Hey guys, so I'm here to do what I've always wanted to do, which is talk about my fitness journey and share it with everybody. Because people ask me a lot, like how I lost the weight and stuff like that. So here is a quick story time about how I lost the 100 pounds. Um, One day I turned around and looked at myself in 2018 and I said to myself, I have to make not some diet changes, I have to make some lifestyle changes because where it was at with my weight, it was about the food because the food was the escape, but it was a lot of things that were going on in my personal life that had to change in order for me to change the food, and my mindset had to change. So that's exactly what I did. um when I now I'm going to talk about the physical aspect of what I did today. So the physical aspect of what I did was I started to walk. I like stand by walking. I live by walking. Um, that is the push. That is the first drive before even getting to the gym. The weather's nice, go outside, even if it's cold, bundle up, go around the block, even if it's 5 minutes, get your body moving. Make sure that you move. The second thing that I did was I stopped eating all fast food restaurants that served fast fry burgers and, A&W, Harvey's, McDonald's, all of these places. I stopped, especially McDonald's. That was like food crack to me, even to this day. Like, it's very rare, that I'll even go around to McDonald's. I said to myself, okay, I'm going to keep a few restaurants because I can't not eat out. That's unrealistic. And that wouldn't be a lifestyle change. It would be more of a diet, a restriction. So I don't want to restrict myself to all fast food restaurants. So if I want a burger, I'm going to go somewhere like La Belle Province or Jukebox or something like that. And I'm going to have a burger that costs $20 and I can pick what bun I want. Gluten-free, brown, brioche. I have choices. It's not just like I'm settling for this that they gave me. Usually when I go to have a burger and stuff now, I'll cut the burger in half. I'll eat now and then I'll bring some home and I'll eat it for later. So that's what I would do. I also kept in the restaurants like Bustan, places that like served like chicken, rice, West Indian restaurants where they have like chicken and rice, real food. So I think just by doing that, I started to look at things like by a yearly basis instead of looking at it from a every monthly basis or always weighing myself. I was like, if I can cut certain things out of my life, then at the end of the year, I'll have lost 25 pounds. Not when I only have lost 25 pounds, I've kept off 25 pounds. And then in the next year, I'll lose another 25 pounds and learn how to keep that off. And I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but in a lifestyle change, you need patience, you need time. You want it to stick forever. So yeah, you're not going to get the instant results that same week, that same 3-5 months, but slowly you're going to change your mindset, you're going to change your body, you're going to change everything, and then the weight loss will come, but it's a slow process for me, or for the type of weight loss journey you want to go on, right? At my age, at 45, it had to be a lifestyle change. And I didn't want to also lose it too quick because I know that I'm getting older, so I didn't want to have a lot of loose skin and stuff like that. So I decided to just take my time, kind of work out and kind of build myself up rather than pushing myself too hard all at once. And I'm not knocking anybody that does that because different strokes for different folks, everything. I truly believe that everybody's journey is their own journey. Everybody knows what they need to make their self work. They just have to tap into it like I did. So after I started walking, I incorporated the gym little by little. So I would start off like 1 or 2 days a week. Even if I was in there for 15 minutes, even if I was in there for 10 minutes, it didn't matter. Even if I just went to go to the massage chair or to the tanning bed, it didn't matter to me. Just getting out there and being in the gym in that environment around people that were trying to progress in the gym like I was. I wasn't worried about who looked better than me. I wasn't worried about who was big. I didn't care. I was worrying about me being in the environment Everybody has a day one, everybody has a day two. So even if you see people in the gym and they're in the best shape of their life, they had a day one, they had a day two. And as much as people are like, oh, look at people in the gym, oh, they're all fit. No, actually, majority of people in the gym are not fit. And majority of the people are on their day one, their day two, their day three. You know? So it's not even 50-50. You know, a lot of people that are super fit, you know what I mean? That's not what you see when you go in the gym. So it's not that. I really find that the gym is a very neutral environment. You find a lot of different, you find older people in there trying to make sure that their health is right. You got young people in there. And because now, you know, the gym is really promoted in schools and stuff more than it was even back in my day. Fitness is promoted. The younger kids, you'll see them in there a lot. You'll see people in their 40s, you know, that maybe people that have health scares and, you know, are being told by their doctor, like, you got to get in there. You got to do that. Then you have your bodybuilding people. You have your people that just, you know, are just, that's their thing. That's their sport, working out. So everybody's in there for different reasons. You know, some people are in there for their mental. You know, for me, I feel like it was 50% mental and 50% workout. And I wanted to be in that environment with those people that were pushing forward for better health. And I never, ever once felt like someone was looking at me like, oh, look how big she is, or made me feel uncomfortable in no way, shape, or form. You know what I mean? I can give that to BuzzFit. They created a beautiful environment for me to lose the weight that I lost. Big up to them. So then in COVID, I was doing it little by little by, you know, 2019, and then 2020 came and COVID came. And I started to eat more, and I fell back a little bit. And I said, no, you can't fall back like this. You have to push forward, and you have to do this. And I just started again walking, going to the gym, doing what I had to do. And then as I started to build up, I started to build myself up more in the gym. I started to do the elliptical. I remember when I started the elliptical, I started it at 5 minutes. And I said every day from the 5 minutes, I'm going to add one minute. So that will be 25 times it will take me to get to 30. So every day I went in, I did 5 minutes. I did 6, I did 7, I did 8, I did 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, till I reached 25. And then when I reached 25, I was doing 30 every day. And slowly, every day I was building it up. And I said, every time I had a chance, I'm going to be on there and I'm going to build it up. So I would do that like 3 times a week. I would go in there and just build it up until I was like, fuck, I've been in here 25 times. Okay, great. So now we're on to something. Then I wouldn't work out my legs. So for the whole time of the beginning of my journey, I did not work out my legs because my legs were already small and the elliptical was working them out enough, right? And I'll insert the pictures of me, and I'll insert the pictures of the machine that I use faithfully. I love this machine. This particular elliptical that every BuzzFit doesn't even have. And then I started doing certain ab workouts. And I knew my stomach was a big problem. I knew my back was a big problem. So I targeted those areas. I targeted my stomach. I targeted my back. So I just kept doing the same workouts consistently over and over and over again. So I did those workouts until I really started to see the results, and I started to go down. So I really pushed, and I wouldn't weigh myself. Like, I remember there's certain things throughout my journey that people said to me in the fitness world, or people that are into fitness. I remember one person said to me, don't look at the scale, look in the mirror. So that's what I started doing. I stopped looking at the scale. It's very rare that I'll go look at the scale. Very, very, very rare. I think it's very, it can be discouraging sometimes because then you're trying to count 1 pound to 2 pound. You got to make sure that you feel good in your clothes. You could still weigh 165, but it could be muscle. It could be in a different way. It could be somewhere else. So you have to go how you feel, how your body feels, what makes you feel comfortable. Somebody may be comfortable at 160. Somebody may be comfortable at 180. So it really just depends on you. So that's the first beginning of my story. I'm going to continue the story on. I hope you guys like this part. If you guys have any questions or anything you'd like for me to answer, I'll insert it in the next 10-minute segment that I do talking about the journey. I don't want to drive you guys crazy talking about this, so we'll insert another clip. If you guys have any questions, please hit me up and let me know. Thank you.